Hello, I'm Senator Gloria Negrete McLeod, and today we had a hearing, a joint hearing actually. It was my hearing, the PERS committee, and we also had Curran Price, who chairs the business and profession. The issue is in fact the small business, the minority business owned and women owned being cut out of the PERS system in as far as what are the emerging money managers? That's what it was. There was some concerns that have been raised both to Senator Price and myself that in fact the PERS rules have changed a little bit, and so many of those emerging money managers, which are minority owned and small and women owned, have changed. The rules have changed that has kind of, they're not in play as they were in the past. The larger investment funds actually get the money, and then they thereby give the smaller emerging money managers the money. And that in the past has happened, but it seems that they're not getting what they consider to be their fair share.
Today's hearing was a look at how two large pension funds address the issue of emerging managers, which includes diverse managers, women and minority-owned firms. It was a chance for us at CalPERS to reaffirm our commitment to emerging managers. We've been a leader in that space. $9 billion of our assets are managed by emerging managers, and $4 billion are managed by diverse managers, women and minorities. Over the past 3 years, we've committed an additional $1 billion for emerging manager programs, and what I want people to understand is we are committed to this space. I also want people to understand that our job is to produce a 7.5% return over the long haul, because state and local government budgets and taxpayers depend on our success. So everything we do at CalPERS is about making good decisions that will enable us to achieve that return objective. We get proposals every day from managers who want CalPERS business. Most of them get turned down. So it's always true that some people are unhappy with the decisions that I make or my colleagues make. But what I heard was there are opportunities to improve our communication, our outreach with the emerging manager community, and we're going to do things like workshops and webinars to enable them to meet our managers and to explain what opportunities we have, what we're looking for, and describe the programs and the new initiatives that we'll be undertaking in the years ahead.
My name is Reginald Turner, and I am the Chief Evangelist for Sentinel. The purpose of the hearing today was to vet where CalPERS and CalSTRS are in terms of supporting the Emerging Managers Program. What you heard today that was the most important is that there's a significant difference between what the mission statement is of the legislation which created the program and the implementation of the program. And the fact that CalPERS in particular is telling one story while actually performing and doing another. They've changed their strategy where they are now prepared to give funds that were previously going to minority managed firms, to give them those same funds to majority managed firms, which would be their business choice, except the minority firms have performed far superior to the majority firms. The reason for the change, they believe, or at least as they've stated, is because they can get better fees from the larger firms. If their commitment is to, as they say it is, to positive returns on behalf of their members, it only makes sound business sense for them to do business with those who are performing at the highest level. The amount of fees that they would save will not have an impact on their bottom line. If they increase their investment to the minority companies, and especially to the minority companies that they're abandoning, who perform successfully for them, the returns would be far more significant. It would move the needle. It would benefit the pension. Sentinel Capital Partners for the last 6 years has run the Emerging Manager Program, the fund-to-fund program for CalPERS. and has been extremely successful.
This business in general is a tough business, and we wouldn't specifically point out CalPERS and CalSTRS as being challenging. What we are focused on is making sure that there aren't missed opportunities to both generate a healthy return in order to fully fund California's public pensions, and at the same time invest in small businesses that will put more people in California to work, create greater tax revenue base, and make the state and the country a lot more competitive. And against those objectives, there's always the opportunity to be more effective and more efficient and more collaborative in terms of engagement and communication. And that's what today was about. It was a meaningful first step in that process.
Heard from Mr. Deere about the restructuring of their portfolio, and we understand all the challenges behind that. But at the same time, we see the investment in Latino and minority managers as a solution in bringing the type of returns that these systems need to, again, fulfill their commitments to their retirees. So we're here to, again, offer our organization as a vehicle to connect with the market, a vehicle to bring information, transparency, and really engage the institutions and increase the capital allocated and the engagement with Latino and minority managers.